how I went about composing an opera, let's see. The leitmotif idea goes way back to before Wagner, but what I try to do in this is have specific emotions and qualities associated with certain melodies. One of them is faithfulness, infidelity, lost love, compassion, and forgiveness. Then there are individual tunes for each of the characters. And one thing that may be a bit unusual about the way I've used them is that the leitmotifs resemble each other. Since this is in fact a story about families that are intertwined and interrelated, the themes themselves actually sound somewhat related. And what I've done for contrast is in the development and in the orchestration and in the speed and slowness of all of it to try to develop it that way, the contrast. But in fact, they're interrelated like a family. They have a tendency toward dark accompaniments, even though there are some high shimmering moments. Yeah, the Russianness was a really tough thing. I went to Russia. I grew up on Tchaikovsky, and I grew up on Rimsky-Korsakov, so that wasn't a problem. The Rachmaninoff was already in my head. But I went to Russia, to St. Petersburg, to see if I could hear anything or see anything that might stimulate me musically. And in fact, they ended up in the opera. We heard an Orthodox Russian male choir singing a very beautiful version of the Tsar's hymn in a chapel. We just stumbled upon it. And it haunted me so much that I took it and I sort of tweaked it and changed it around to be my version of it. And it opens the opera, and it occurs many pivotal places in variation form. Not to dwell too much on development, but what I'm trying to do is what Tchaikovsky did in his Fourth Symphony, which is to use a fate motif, which occurs at the beginning of the symphony and in variation throughout at pivotal points until finally it is triumphant. And I think it's not a coincidence that Anna Karenina and the Fourth Symphony of Tchaikovsky were written in 1877, the same year.